How to Overcome Failure. Some content written by Joshua Beaker, some I do research from the internet, and some is from my own opinion. Life is never always a comedy. At times it is tragedy. Life is experienced as a constant, never-ending shift between success and failures, sometimes occurring within moments of one another. To be human is to fail. We experience hardship both because of our faults and because of the faults of others. Sometimes our failures negatively impact the rest of our lives. Keeping a marriage together, persuading a child to make a better choices, or overcoming a lifetime of debt. But in its setback, we find opportunity for growth. As long as a glimmer of hope remains, so we can. Failure is a necessary part of life. We would be wise to allow it to change us and to shape us. We should overcome our failure by doing this. We admit that we experience it. Despite the total of failure, our world goes to great lengths to hide it. People always have and people always will. Our default position too often is to downplay our weaknesses, but those who find growth in failure begin by simply admitting its existence in their lives. Once you admit that you failed, you can move forward for some things you need to do or need to correct. We recognize failure is common, and because we know all experience it, we find comfort knowing we are not alone in it. Once we fail, we should think that we are not alone. Some also failed. We look for personal responsibility. Our initial tendency is often to blame others or uncontrollable external factors. After all, to admit defeat is to admit defeat. But really, are the failures in our lives entirely the responsibility of someone else? And until we take responsibility in some capacity, we can never move on to the next step. We process our weakness. When failure occurs, which it always will, the wisest of us journey inward to determine the cause and intentional steps we can take to learn from the experience. And in time, we learn to champion humility. Never think that you are weak once you fail. It's just happened that it is not for you. We let go of the factors outside our control. One of the most hope-filled moments in life is when we find the courage to let go of what we cannot change. Let go of things that you cannot hold on. Don't push it if you can't. We grow through pain. We live in a society passionately committed to avoiding pain, but there is a benefit to be found in discomfort. Sometimes pain made us stronger. How painful it is, but later on you realize that because of that pain, you are stronger now to face whatever painful experiences. By holding onto pain and resentment, you suffer because the sorrow is intensified to keep it alive. We forgive. If our pain is partly a result of someone else's failures, we find freedom in forgiveness. You have peace if you forgive. Forgiveness does not erase the past, but looks upon it with compassion. To withhold forgiveness keeps alive emotion of hurt, anger, and blame which discolor your perception of life. We turn to others. Nobody successfully navigates life alone. When the hope inside us begins to fade, we look for it in others. We turn to family. If family is not available, we turn to friends. And if friends are not available, we look for intentional communities around us to find support. We need comfort, and if who can give it to us, we lie to them. We share our stories. It may not happen right away. Some failures take longer to process than others. But eventually, we find opportunity to share our story. When we do, we share it with honesty and humility. Through it, we consider opportunity to provide hope, strength, and encouragement to others. We find influence for good, and we begin to make sense of our failings. Failure does not mean your life is going to be over. We all fail in life in different aspects of life. For instance, job experiences, life, getting into wealthy, and recovering from debts. You do not need to let your failures erase all your dreams in life. However, make this way as your way to get all things you wanted and do the things to help by the guidance of our Almighty Father. Learn from failure and be constructive. Learning from failure is one of the biggest challenges and lessons you will have in your life. Understanding what you did wrong will help you mentally more powerful than ever and establish specific goals with amazing strategies. You fail and learn. You fail and get up again. You recover, get ready to stand up and achieve your goals. And don't give up. Make yourself comprehend giving up is never going to be an option. Make yourself happy and appreciate the time. Prove to yourself that you are capable of doing anything you want. Success comes to individuals who keep trying. So, if you want to be successful, keep trying doing things that lead you to achieve your goal in life. Thank you for watching.